In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make this animation of a jet plane doing an aerobatic display of stunt flying. I'll show you how to use the NLA editor in Blender to make the animation, and I'll show you how to use blend4web to preview the animation in a web browser. The starting point for this tutorial is my simple model of a jet plane. You can download the file from my website or make a simple model yourself. Set the Z rotation to 180 and enter. Press S to scale 0.1 and enter. And in the object menu, apply rotation and scale. In the view menu, change the view from perspective to orthographic. In the view menu, change the view to the right view. Pan, hold down shift and drag with the middle mouse button. Add empty plane axes and set the Z location of the empty to 6. I'm going to apply most of the animation to the empty, but whatever the empty does, the jet will follow, because I'm going to make the empty the parent of the jet. The child jet inherited the Z location from the empty. To put it back, press G for grab, Z for the Z axis, -6 and enter. Select the empty. To animate the empty, I'm going to insert 2 keyframes. My rhyme for inserting keyframes is go to frame, make change, insert keyframe. Applying the rhyme, go to frame 1, I'm in frame 1. Make change, set the X rotation to 0, it's already 0. Insert keyframe, right click, insert single keyframe. To insert the second keyframe, go to frame 80. Make change, set the X rotation to 360. Insert keyframe, right click, insert single keyframe. Clicking rewind and play, the jet does the loop, but it accelerates at the beginning and decelerates at the end, and I want it to go at a constant speed. Drag to make the timeline window bigger. Drag on the white diagonal lines to open up a new window, and change the window to a dope sheet window. In the key menu, change the interpolation mode to linear to make the jet travel at a constant speed. Change the mode to action editor and name the action loop. Change the window to an NLA editor window. I'm going to click the push down button. Before I do, notice the keyframes in the timeline window that animate the empty. When I click push down, they disappear. The animation system is now coming from the strip in the NLA editor. Zooming back and panning and clicking play, we get the loop as before. Change Blender Render to blend4web. Click the Render button and click Set Recommended Options. Click the Scene button. Blend4web will play a sequence of animations from the NLA editor if you click NLA. It will repeat the sequence if you click cyclic. It will play it once if you don't. Click Fast Preview. And the animation plays in a web browser window where we can zoom in and out and change the camera angle. The animation appears not to repeat. That is because the total length of the animation is 250 frames and the loop takes 80 frames. I could change the total length of the animation to 80, but I haven't finished the sequence yet. Next, I'm going to insert keyframes to move the empty from a location where Y is 0 to a location where Y is 12. Go to frame 1. make change, set the Y location to 0, insert keyframe, right click, insert single keyframe. Go to frame 40, make change, set the Y location to 12, insert keyframe, right click, insert single keyframe. Change the window to dope sheet. In the key menu, set the interpolation to linear and name the action forward. Change the window to an NLA editor. Click the push down button. I don't want the new strip to run in parallel with the loop strip, so I'm going to drag it and place it at the end of the loop strip. Before I rewind and play, I'm going to duplicate the loop strip. Select it, hold down Shift, press D and Enter, and move the duplicate to the end of the sequence. With the forward strip, the Y location is set to 0 at the beginning and becomes 12 at the end, but there is nothing in the other strips to return the Y location back to 0. So I'm also going to duplicate the forward strip, Shift D and Enter, and move the duplicate to the end. Click the plus to open up the properties panel. Click on the duplicate for the properties for the strip. Scroll down and click reversed. Now it will go from 12 to 0. Clicking rewind and play, we get a repeating sequence. The only problem is that the plane stops and goes backwards. A simple solution is to make 2 half loops. The first keyframe that I'm going to insert will store an X rotation value of 0. 40 frames later, the X rotation value will become 180. Right click, insert single keyframe. Don't forget to go to the action editor to change the interpolation mode to linear and to give the action a meaningful name. Back in the NLA editor, zoom back with the mouse wheel, click the push down button, move the forward strip to make room for the half loop, and put the forward strip back. To make the second half loop strip, rewind. This time the X rotation of the empty at the start should be 180. Right click, insert single keyframe. 40 frames on, set the rotation to 360, not 0. If you put 0, it rotates the wrong way. Into the action editor to change the interpolation mode to linear and to give a meaningful name. Back to the NLA editor and click the push down button. As I move the strip, notice that the start frame and the end frame are displayed. When I put the strip on the end frame is 315. Set the total length of the animation to 315. Clicking rewind and play, we get a continuously repeating sequence of actions, with the jet doing 1.5 loops at the location where Y is 12 and 1.5 loops at the location where Y is 0. I'm going to add one more maneuver, and this time I'm going to apply the animation to the jet directly. I'm going to set up a victory roll rotating about the Y-axis. That's the first keyframe. For the second, go to frame 40, Make change, set the rotation to 360, right click, insert single keyframe. Going to the action editor, I'm not going to change the interpolation mode to linear. I want the jet to ease into and ease out of the victory roll. Click the push down button and drag the strip. I want the first roll as the jet is coming out of the loop. You can have as many victory rolls as you can fit in. Shift and D to duplicate and place the duplicate. To delete unused tracks, select the track and press X. I have jumped ahead and added 2 more victory rolls, and I have reversed the second one. To set up a sky background, click the world button, click render sky, click the horizon color, and set the red to 0.2, the green to 0.3, and the blue to 0.4. Click the zenith color and set all 3 values to 0.8, and click blend sky and real sky. Click the object properties button, zoom back with the mouse wheel, select the camera, press G for grab, Z for the Z axis, and Z for Z local, and move the camera back until the Y value is about -20. The camera is looking at the center, so I'm going to move the empty to the center, set the Z value to 0, click rewind and fast preview. That's the end of the tutorial. I'll put the finished file for you to download at my website. Click the link or the eye icon. If you'd like to subscribe, click the link or the stick man. If you'd like to sponsor my tutorials, click the link. Thanks for watching and goodbye.